From the NBA Finals, the prevailing thought, the defending champion Lakers, simply unstoppable. Shaquille O'Neal was not just a man. He was Goliath, too strong and too dominant to be denied. How could anyone knock off this powerful team which had not lost in their previous 19 games? But the league's diminutive MVP, cast in the role of David, answered with a performance befitting a giant. The statement he set out to make was clear. He did not come to the NBA Finals to be swept away. Gone is the Lakers' feeling of invincibility, and with it, the talk of an unbeaten postseason. The Lakers did not just hear the footsteps of the Sixers, they saw them. So the prevailing question heading into Game 2, how will Goliath respond? A look at Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles. The capacity crowd, better than 19,000 still filing into the arena as the Philadelphia 76ers get ready to make their way onto the court. A Sixer team that was electrifying in Game 1 Wednesday night. And the Los Angeles Lakers moments away from their most important game of the season. The Lakers feel it is desperation time. They do not want to go to Philadelphia in the improbable position of trailing 2-0. Hi, everybody. I'm Marv Albert along with Doug Collins. And, Doug, as we look back to Game 1 here at Staples on Wednesday night, before the telecast, we discussed the fact that Shaquille O'Neal always looks to dominate in the first games of playoff series. Usually succeeds, but that was not the case in terms of the Sixers being able to hold Shaq. Shaq did what he had to do, but what happened to the rest of the Lakers?
Well, a couple things, Mark. First of all, Shaq did dominate. He threw up some brilliant numbers, but he also faltered too. You see 44 and 20, but 12 missed free throws, some critical ones in the fourth quarter and overtime. That could be a factor once again tonight if the game is close. But what the 76ers really did was they geared their defense to this man, Kobe Bryant. You see Aaron McKee, his thought process, keep him in front, make him shoot jump shots, do not let him get to the free throw line. This time it's Eric Snow forcing the outside jump shot. Now, when he did get to the rim, who was waiting on him? Dikembe Mutombo for one of his 5 block shots. Now, the critical play of the game, this is Kobe time. Goes to the basket, spins, and turns the ball over. The Sixers go on and win the game in overtime. What happened? Well, Kobe Bryant, who's been brilliant, 31 points average, Fischer 15. They were held to 15 total, 7 of 26. They took away the penetration of Kobe. Fischer got no easy shots. So what do I expect tonight? I think Kobe's going to try to get going early, and we're going to find out what the Lakers are made of. This is the first must-win situation they've had in the playoffs. We'll see how they respond, Mark.
And the big question concerning the Philadelphia 76ers, the injury status of their starting guard, Aaron McKee. For more on that, let's check in with Lewis Johnson.
All right, Marv, thanks a lot. I'm back by the Philadelphia locker room where I talked to 76ers head trainer Lenny Currier a little while ago, and we talked about Aaron McKee's avulsion. That's the medical word for it, but actually what it is a chip fracture right here on this bone where the red dot is. And so whenever McKee rolls that ankle back and forth, he'll have some pain. Now, this injury is distinctly different from Eric Snow's injury, which is a hairline fracture right there where you see the red dotted lines. I asked Currier, how is he going to manage these injuries tonight for these guys to help them both play, because they will be both on the court? And he said he'll treat both the injuries like sprains. He's going to use 3 types of tape and give them a lot of support so that they'll be able to move back and forth on the court. And then, of course, I asked him about pain management. Obviously, they'll be in a lot of pain, and he said, well, they'll pop a couple of Advil, but the best pain reliever will be rushing through their body at the tip of the ball, and, of course, that is adrenaline. Marv?
All right, thank you, Lewis. And in game number 1, it was another magnificent performance by Allen Iverson, capped off by his work in overtime. 7 of the Sixer points in overtime. 7 unanswered points for Iverson to lead his club to the victory.
Well, Mark, we saw why he was the MVP. We saw him with moments of brilliance early in the game where he came down the floor on the fast break. Kobe Bryant, an all-league defender, squares him up, knocks the shot in. But we also saw moments of frustration. Last play of the game in regulation, Tyronn Lue would not let him touch the basketball. The game then has to go into overtime. But that did not deter Allen Iverson. The step-back jumper that really sealed the deal. And his numbers were brilliant through the entire basketball game. His energy, his courage, his passion, 48 points, the assist, the steals, played all but 3 seconds. So he led his team to victory. But there's other things, Marv, that happen also too. The keys to victory, they got to get easy points off turnovers. They did. They were +6 there. Some early fast break points, they got those +7. A magnificent job on the line, +8. The bench came through +14. Matt Geiger scored 10 points off the bench. So what I expect tonight, first of all, what kind of energy, what kind of passion? Will they come in as underdogs and once again play like they did in Game 1, or play like they have the home court with some cushion? If so, they'll be in for a long night, Marv.
All right, so coming up, it's Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Shaq and the Lakers looking to get back into the series.
No one said it was going to be easy, so if we want it, we have to go fight and go get it. That's what I'm willing to do.
So Shaquille O'Neal is hoping to even things up with Allen Iverson. Despite a powerful game by Shaq, the Lakers combo was incomplete. Will Kobe and the Lakers regain their form? Or will Iverson and the Sixers once again find the answer? We'll hear from Allen Iverson when Ahmad Rashad returns after these messages.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Oldsmobile and your local Oldsmobile dealers, by the joy of Pepsi, and by Adidas Forever Sport.
Back at Staples in Los Angeles for the first time in the last 20 games and 69 days. The Lakers now find themselves answering questions about a loss as they seek to even up this series at 1 apiece. Check of the starting lineups for the Sixers: Tyrone Hill, Jermaine Jones, Dikembe Mutombo up front, Allen Iverson, Aaron McKie in the backcourt. The Lakers with their usual starting 5: Rick Fox, Horace Grant, Shaquille O'Neal on the front line, Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher in the backcourt. Let's check in with Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Marv. A few moments ago, I spoke to Shaquille O'Neal, and he said there is a reason that no one has ever done it before. You can't win every game. He said the key is now that we've lost is how do we react? He said early in the game, we're going to establish Kobe. We're going to get him going, and he's going to go right after McKie. I asked him what he thought about Phil Jackson saying that possibly the team's psyche had been dented. He said maybe Phil's has been dented. Mine has not. Marv?
Shaq using his head coach for motivation. Doug, what's the Laker mindset going into tonight?
I think they're going to have tremendous energy, and I think what you're going to see is what we saw in Game 1 against San Antonio. Maybe a lot of screen rolls with Kobe and Shaq, making Mutombo show out, getting Kobe to the basket, or Kobe running down to that post and trying to post up. Aaron McKie is so important to this team. I think they're going to find out early how mobile he really is.
The officials: Ernie Fryer, Steve Javie, and Ronnie Nunn. Allen Iverson coming off an extraordinary game here on Wednesday night. And he played nearly the entire 53 minutes of the overtime.
Marv, the loss we can already feel has got the fans excited. They are much more into this game than they were in Game 1. They understand the magnitude of this.
Kobe Bryant, Horace Grant with Tyrone Hill right up on him. Derek Fisher had difficulty locating shots the other night. Here's Shaq. Try to go glass from deep. 76ers hope to prevent Shaq from setting up in that deep position. Able to take advantage the other night. Here's McKie off the dribble beating Kobe, but obviously not able to make the move. Iverson fires for three, and O'Neal with the rebound guns it down. Here's Fisher. Fouled by McKie.
Well, when you struggle like Derek Fisher did in Game 1, what do? You want to get something easy. And he leaked out on the fast break after the long jumper, got a hand in Iverson's face, no one covered back. Here he goes strong to the basket, gets the foul on McKie. More importantly, a couple free throws. Now, Marv, you got a chance to walk up there quickly, see that ball go in the basket, start that feeling once again that you had against San Antonio.
Fisher did not go to the line at all. the other night. Phil Jackson was telling us yesterday that he felt the Lakers had a conditioning problem in Game 1. He said even Shaq had a problem with energy. He said Derek Fisher looked a step slow on Iverson in Game 1. That's why he came back for the most part with Tyronn Lue. Did a terrific job for a spell on Iverson.
I thought the Lakers had great energy the first 6 minutes, and then I thought that conditioning caught up with them.
Offensive foul on Iverson.
Derek Fisher just closes right out on top of him. You see the elbow being thrown out. You're not allowed to create space with that off arm. So Derek Fisher here off to a good start. A couple free throws, a nice defensive possession. He's got to be feeling much better, Marv.
Here's Kobe with his first. Kobe Bryant went 52 minutes in Game 1, but just 7 for 22, 15 points, and he turned it over 6 times. McKee from a tumble, met on a switch by Bryant, and foul.
Kobe is so vital to this team. When he hits this outside jump shot, you've got to close on him. Then he can beat you with the penetration. The other night, he could not hit the jumper, so they were able to get a hand in his face. Mark, interestingly enough, he took 22 shots the other night, shot only 1 free throw. That was the technical on Phil Jackson, so they did a great job. McKee and Iverson committed 1 foul the entire game in 102 minutes. Tonight, they already have 2.
And the Laker foul on Fox. Matumbo 5 for 7 at the line the other night. You may recall he missed 2 important free throws. And as it turned out, his teammates were able to bail him out. No one's talking about those foul shots. At the time, the Sixers had hit 19 in a row. Oh, Fischer! Able to penetrate. Derek Fisher of Blur getting the step, and the Lakers now lead 6-2. Jones coming to the ball. Jermaine Jones. Shaq with the outlet. Bryant, late by Jones. Open shot for Grant.
Horace was 3 for 11 in Game 1. That was ugly. Oh, that was lucky. That could have been Iverson's second, Mark.
Crowd wanted another offensive foul. McKee takes it strong to the rim.
Looks like his foot's okay right now, Marv. I do not see any ill effects of that. We'll have to see as he gets tired what will happen.
Earlier, it looked like he did not want to pivot when he had a shot opportunity, gave the ball up. Shaq had it knocked away, but able to regain possession. Here's Kobe. Iverson checking the floor. Look to put the move on Fisher. Hill on the follow. No one boxing out for the Lakers.
Well, when Iverson goes to the basket and takes the shot, all eyes go to him, and the Sixers are trained. Go to the basket, get an offensive rebound. That is a real key for them.
Game tied at 6. Here's Bryant. Draws the foul. That's a rare opening for Kobe Bryant. The foul was called on Tyrone Hill.
There's the play right there that Allen Iverson looked like he could have picked up his second foul. He didn't, and then Aaron McKee took advantage of it as he drove the ball to the basket and got the layup. So that's a critical non-call. And then Allen Iverson, Marv, sometimes you're going to laugh, but I think sometimes these are almost like assists. He brings so many people to him that if they'll go to the offensive boards, it's almost like he's passing to them on their missed shots. So, he'll take 30 shots, maybe miss 20 of them, but if his team can rebound 7, 8, 9 of those, then it's almost like an assist because they'll either get to the free throw line or like that, lay the ball back in the basket.
I would never laugh.
Well, I had to preface that.
That was X and O humor. Lakers 8 and the Sixers 6. We played 3 minutes of this opening quarter. Fisher going chest to chest with Iverson, was able to whip by. Iverson thought he was fouled. Kobe on the reverse. Now McKee setting the offense. Matumbo, how about that? Dikembe Mutombo with the medium range jumper.
Now we saw that from Matt Geiger the other night. He hit 5 jumpers. You do not expect that from Dikembe.
Good hustle by Jones to get back. And here comes McKee. Iverson wide open for three. So Iverson 0 for his first 4. But as we have seen on a number of occasions, these streaks do not matter when you're talking about Allen Iverson.
Well, he's going to take 35 shots, so he will not stop shooting, and he must keep shooting because his teammates expect those shots.
Shot clock at 5. Shaquille O'Neal with his first field goal. The Lakers up by 2. You recall the quick start for the Lakers in game 1 when they led by as many as 13 in the first half. Fischer called for the foul. They were often running 18-5 at one point. Larry Brown said he was very happy when the first quarter score was 23-22 right at the end of the quarter.
Well, this is the campaign. What he wants him to do is force Shaquille to shoot that little jump shot. No dunks, no layups. We saw in the third quarter of the night he had 18 and marked 7 of his field goals were right in the lane in the basket area.
Allen Iverson amused by Derek Fisher's defensive work and deflected out by him.
It looks like what the Lakers are doing defensively is any penetration, they're running Horace Grant over as a shot blocker and keeping Shaq back there to be the rebounder. If Shaq goes to block the shots, they'll get hurt on the offensive board. So let's keep watching that, Marv.
You think Phil Jackson made the point to Derek Fisher? That's last touch by the Sixers, as he did to us. I think you were a step slow the other day.
Well, you know what? Derek Fisher has such personal pride. He got up early the day after the game, shot for an hour before his teammates got to the gym. He was here tonight early shooting, and he's got some early results for it.
Bryant. Fox. And here's Shaq. Foul is called. Steve Javy with the call on the top. He thought it was going the other way. He was applauding the call made by Javy.
Mark, what's the end of this play? Watch Shaquille O'Neal bang into Rick Fox. I think Fox gets a feeling of what it's like to play against Shaq, but watch him as he starts to go up. He just rocks him back. Wonder what in the world hit me.
Fox for 3. Iverson on the crossover.
Oh, that's too good.
Game tied at 10. Here's Fox trying to hand it off to O'Neal. Iverson behind the back to set it up for 3. Jermaine Jones from downtown.
That is when the Sixers can really strike. They will get you in the open court and run, and it's difficult for the Lakers to get to their shooters. This is exactly what we saw in game 1. Marv, when the Sixers made their run, they did it by running, by getting a layup like Allen Iverson did, that crossover, takes it between 3 guys off the glass, kisses it in, and then once again running again, the little behind-the-back no-look pass. Jermaine Jones spots up, buries the 3. The Sixers lead by 3, and Larry Brown has to be very happy at their start. They're playing with a lot of energy.
A moment ago, it appeared that Allen Iverson was amused about something involving Derek Fisher's defensive work against him. Well, it looked like he poked him. Yes, he was amused by what he felt was a non-call. Here's the explanation from Steve Javy.
If I see the play, I'm going to call it. I didn't see it, all right? Now, if I see it, it goes like that, I'm going to call it on it, all right? I can't see everything, Allen. I've done too much pushing.
I think Allen Iverson also shows you, Marv, he's the kind of guy that's really not going to lose his composure. He's going to play with great energy, but he understands the importance of keeping his patience and composure. He talked to Steve Javy. Now he's got to get back to playing, which he normally does.
The 76ers with a 13-4 run to take the lead. Last touch by Philadelphia. 11 on the shot clock for Los Angeles. Both teams remaining the same following the timeout. Kobe draws the double, so it frees up. Grant rejected by the jumbo. Shaq is fouled, and a good foul by Jermaine Jones.
But here's what happens. Kobe goes into post. They're sending Tyrone Hill down to double team. Here he comes. So now when you got Horace Grant diving, here comes Mutombo to block the shot. But when he leaves Shaquille O'Neal, there is nobody to block him out. So Marv, a double team creates a chain reaction. Mutombo has to go over. Now this man is on the board by himself. Let's see what his free throw looks like this evening.
10 for 22 the other night. And you look at the rest of the club overall, the Lakers 15 for 27, the 12 misses all by Shaq. And for the first time in many weeks, Shaq's work at the foul line is significant, and he is back into the funk that we saw in the first half of the season.
Well, they've blown everybody out in the playoffs so much that didn't even become a factor. Well, it did the other night, and it really hurt them.
McKee on the foul, stopped by O'Neal, but Mutombo blows the stuff, and it will be Laker ball.
Again, the second shot to the Sixers. This is what they do so well because normally they don't shoot a high percentage. Dikembe just bangs that ball off the back of the rim.
Beautiful move by Kobe Bryant to set up the short jumper. 6 points for Kobe. The Lakers only 4 for 13 from the field. They're down by 1. McKee with the step. Nice play. And Mutombo is taken down. The foul is called. Sixers want a flagrant. The officials discussing it. Ronnie Nunn, Steve Javie, Bernie Fryer huddling up.
Well, the Sixers can ill afford another injury. Dribble penetration. Here comes Shaq. Horace Grant comes over, takes the hard foul. And as the referees talk it over, we'll have to figure out whether or not it's a flagrant. But when you get inside, again, here comes the defense. Slow on the reaction is Rick Fox. Mutombo goes hard to the basket and gets the foul. So it appears that it's only going to be a 2-shot foul, not a flagrant one. Problem there is Dikembe rubbing that right shoulder. We'll have to watch that as the game goes, Marv.
This has been a team that has been hard hit by injuries. Dikembe Mutombo playing with that broken left pinky, the injury suffered in the series against Toronto. Foul was called on Horace Grant. Dikembe has turned himself into a solid free throw shooter. And that is 3 for 3 here in the first quarter at the line for Mutombo. That's a look before tonight's game. Don't you prepare the same matter?
I was getting ready to say that looked like you before the telecast. You beat me to it.
Now a change on that foul call. Rick Fox rather than Horace Grant announced on the public address as picking up the personal. And the Sixers now lead 15-12.
Well, I think if you're a Sixer fan right now, you have to be very happy. They have come out and they are playing once again as underdogs with that passion that we talked about. Will they be able to sustain it for 48 minutes?
Kobe played well by McKee. Fischer not able to relocate the touch from downtown. He was 15 of 20 from three-point land of the series against San Antonio. The 15 threes, a record, NBA record for a 4-game series. Mutombo. And back comes Fox. Here's Fischer with the step. The Lakers continue to struggle. Fox got hit in the head. Served up for Iverson, but off the mark. Rick Fox is hurt. Here's Bryant. Yes. Remember the other night, Rick Fox landed on his head off a collision. He's shaken up again and indicating to the bench that he's all right. Timeout is called by the Sixers with 4:38 remaining in the first, and the Sixers up by 1 point.
Well, you see the collision as Rick Fox went for the steal. Looked like he got hit in the back of the head. He laid down on the floor. The Sixers turned the ball over on a break, and Kobe comes right down. This is one of the cleanest looks he's had in both games. He knocks in the jumper. He's off to a great start. The Lakers trail by 1.
Back in Los Angeles, yes, it's been a rugged start physically for both teams. Lots of bumps and bruises. This is something the Sixers have become accustomed to. They could qualify for weekly drama series. And Doug, here in Hollywood, as you know, anything's possible. It's reached the point, even Philadelphia's Liberty Bell has a fracture.
You have really been working on your material on the day off, haven't you?
Sixers by 1. And they add to the lead. Allen Iverson with a second field goal, now 2 for 7. He has 4 points. Philadelphia with a 17-14 advantage. Eric Snow has checked in for the first time, as has Brian Shaw. Here's Fischer. Trying to shoot his way back into it.
You know, Marv, I think when Larry Brown took that timeout, he was just trying to calm his team down. They got a little bit scattered on the break, made a couple turnovers. They come out of the timeout, get a nice jump shot.
McHugh rejected following the penetration. Bryant. So Kobe is 4 for 7, 10 points, and the 76er lead is 1. Eric Snow hit the game winner on Wednesday night. I talked about that shot with Eric yesterday. I said, is that something you practice on a regular basis with a runner? He claims he does. Nice entry pass as Shaq is able to get down deep and is fouled by Mutombo.
A big part of Philadelphia's defense is their ability to score so they can get their defense set up. Well, anytime you have a block, now what you get is a fast break. It's Kobe coming down the floor, pulling up and hitting the jump shot. And then next time down the floor, a stop once again. Look how deep the post position. You cannot stop Shaq when he gets it that deep. So right now the Lakers combo, that 1-2 punch, really starting to get back in sync after that layoff.
Shaq at the line, out of sync, 0 for 3 at the foul line. Mutombo collecting a second foul is replaced by Matt Geiger, who played 14 minutes in game 1, 5 for 7 from the field, 10 points. He did foul out. Matt Geiger, who has certainly heard the criticism concerning series of injuries during the course of the season. Shaquille hears it from the crowd as hits a free throw. Geiger's minutes have been limited, coming back from a tear of the right quadricep. But a major contributor the other night. Crowd wanted a double dribble called on Iverson. That shot deflected short, and a loose ball foul against the 76ers. It's on Tyrone Hill. The Sixers are over the foul limit.
Well, as the Sixers have gone to their bench, Matt Geiger is in. Now, the other night we know that he really struggled trying to play against Shaq. Shaq had 18 points in the third quarter, a lot of them when Mutombo went out with fouls. Marv, the other night in the game, Mutombo, when he was in the game, they were a plus 14. When he was out, they were a minus 8. When he sits down, their defense really gets hurt. So what does Matt Geiger have to do? He's got to make some of those jump shots to at least try to counteract Shaq somewhat, who's going to try to post him up every time he gets a chance.
Well, Shaquille is now 1 for 5 at the line. Todd McCullough now checks in for Tyrone Hill. You can log on to NBCSports.com as Steve Jones looks at the keys to how the Sixers can beat the Lakers again. Plus, Matt Gukas with an in-depth preview of every game of the finals, including his X Factor for each contest. All at NBCSports.com. So Shaquille O'Neal, 1 for 6 for the field. And he is now 3 of his last 14 at the line. I should say 1 for 6 at the line.
Boy, Allen Iverson, that's about the 4th time now he looks like he's got hit in the face.
Oh, rejected strip by Shaq. Third block shot for Shaquille O'Neal. The lineup. His head turned the other way.
Sitting on the bench, Mutombo. This is exactly what happened the other night. Dikembe knows he has to stay out of foul trouble. You know where the Lakers are heading now to end this period.
Lakers up 19-17 as we come up on 2 minutes to go in the first. Iverson for three. Bryant using the pick. Bryant to the rim. Rebounded by McCullough. Snow pushing it. Leads McKee. Iverson from downtown.
You know, it looks like the Lakers are winning this game. It looks like they're dominating inside. When you look up the scoreboard, the Sixers are up 1. They're really an amazing team, Marv. They just keep hanging in there and competing against you. It's not always pretty, but it is effective.
They do not go away, as the Milwaukee Bucks can attest to. We used the example the other night. Grant is hammered by McCullough. Perhaps more impressive than any 76er victory was Game 6 when they came from 33 down, hung in, and cut the deficit to 10, although they lost the game.
Well, and it was this guy in that fourth period, Allen Iverson, who had 26 points. He said that was one of the reasons why they were able to win Game 7. He got into a rhythm, ended up getting 44 in that game, had 70 in a 5-quarter period of time. So we know he's capable of striking and striking quickly. Marv, you'll go through stretches where he might not score for 9 minutes, and then might score 20 points in a quarter because he's going to be relentless, fearless, and he's going to keep coming at you.
One of the 76er heroes from Game 1, Roger Bell, has checked in for the first time. He had the most memorable bucket. There's Shaq getting arrested. The most memorable field goal in that overtime.
Well, they were dead in the water, down 5, shot clock winding down, no way to score, and he weaves in there with that left hand.
Look out. Derek Fischer lands in the first row. And here's it up close and personal from the crowd.
But Mark, just to finish that up, Roger Bell hits that big shot, makes it 3, and then Iverson goes on that 7-point run. But Derek Fischer, emotionally in this game, he really struggled in Game 1, never got into a rhythm after being spectacular against the Spurs. They really need him. He's that third guy they need on the floor to be the scorer.
Iverson to the crossover and lost his footing. Deflected out. Last touch by Robert Ory. Phil Jackson has a front line of Grant, Ory, and Bryant at the small forward.
Where everywhere Allen Iverson goes, he draws 2 or 3 guys. Referees rule the ball was tipped. Sixers regain possession.
Here's Bell. The box out by Ory. Coming up on 1 minute remaining in the first. Lakers in possession. They lead by 1. Grant setting the screen. Nice screen and roll. Worked beautifully between Horace Grant and Kobe Bryant.
See, Todd McCullough does not have the foot speed to be able to show and get back on that play. And that's what I thought they would do more of tonight. Screen roll, try to stretch that Sixer defense.
Geiger. Yes. Matt Geiger. 5 of 7 in Game 1. Hits on his first field goal attempt. And the Lakers are up 23-22. Bryant being played by Bell. Kobe on fire. 12 points in this first quarter for Kobe Bryant.
Well, Kobe normally does his game day interviews with us, Mark. Tonight he declined. He had that game face on early, and he is coming out and has been brilliant here to start this game tonight.
Foul on Shaw. Lakers had a foul to give.
This is the screen. Now watch McCullough. He's going to come out here, and here comes Kobe. And on the roll, you've got to have somebody step in. Look where Matt Geiger is. He's got to be the guy to get there. He is slow getting there because he's concerned about Robert Ory shooting the basketball. And next time Kobe comes down, and he's in that rhythm now. He's getting distance with that little jab step, pulls up and shoots that jump shot. So as expected, Jim Gray talked about it to start the game. They're going to go to Kobe early, and he's delivered.
Rodney Buford, who did not play at all in Game 1, is checked in as the Sixers hope for a final shot of this opening quarter. 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. 1 on the 24. McKee, yes! Aaron McKee with 3 4/10 seconds to go in the quarter. Now Shaw battles to get it up court. After one of Game 2 of this NBA Final Series, it's the Lakers 25 and the Sixers 24. Kobe Bryant 5 for 9 from the field. He has 12 points. Shaquille with 5. Only 1 of 6 at the line. He does have 3 block shots, and Allen Iverson just 3 for 9.
Let's take a total view of this play. Allen Iverson's on the left wing. The first rule of defense, you got to stop the ball. Well, the Lakers do that, but they're outnumbered because the Sixers have forced a turnover. And what happens? Who is left wide open? This guy right over here on the wing. Allen Iverson, the leading scorer in the league, the MVP. He runs the floor, as does 3 other teammates. They outnumber him, and Aaron McKie makes a great decision. He finds his partner, and he knocks in the open 3. That's why when you run that fast break, Marv, the more guys you can get out storming that floor, you force the defense to stop the basketball. Somebody's going to get a good shot. That time it was Iverson.
Allen Iverson, who yesterday celebrated his 26th birthday, day after his 48 points in 52 minutes, 6th highest scoring game in NBA Finals history. Both teams 9 for 24 from the field in the first quarter. The Lakers up 25-24. And Iverson in the backcourt. Bell up front with McCullough and Geiger. And a foul on the Lakers. It's on Teron Lou, who just checked in.
Well, it's Lou now trying to shadow Iverson like he did in Game 1. Allen Iverson said he was holding me in Game 1. Well, that time he was holding me, and he gets called for the personal foul. Lou,
one of the heroes for the Lakers in game number 1. What a move by Eric Snow, going high off glass for his first field goal.
You know, Marv, when there's a sign of rust or when your conditioning is down, you turn the basketball over. Game 1, the Lakers turned over 19 times. Tonight, only 1. They're sharper. You can see it. The 76ers defense is still the same, but the Laker offense is much crisper right now. They're taking care of the basketball.
Todd McCullough picks up his second foul. Dikembe Mutombo sitting down after collecting his second late in the first quarter. Larry Brown patched a front line together here with Mutombo getting the rest along with Hill. Nice jump hook by O'Neal. So Shaq 3 of 4 from the field. He has 7, and the Lakers have a 1-point lead.
Marv, you make a great point. How much time can Larry Brown buy from Mutombo? How close can they stay so he does not get in foul trouble tonight?
McCullough deep in the post against O'Neal. He was waved off by Roger Bell. Here's Snow in a crowd. Lost it. So you're looking at a 6 front line of Todd McCullough, Matt Geiger, and Roger Bell. Shaw throwing that lob. Bryant trying to draw the foul. This is Roger Bell leading Todd McCullough.
When you take a bad shot, the 76ers are going to run back at you. Kobe took a difficult shot. Phil Jackson not happy with that. And the Sixers right back down the floor and laying the ball in the basket. That's how they're winning this game right now.
Todd McCullough, 7-footer with excellent hands. Second-round draft pick last year by way of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Good hustle by Orr. Shaw. And Iverson on the ball. Iverson putting moves on Shaw, setting up the fadeaway. Allen Iverson with a gorgeous behind-the-back maneuver. He has 9 points, and you sense he is getting into it.
He put on so many moves there, Brian Shaw couldn't even react.
I flinched twice.
I did too.
Nice setup. Robert Horry with his first field goal, and the Sixers now lead 30-29.
Now McCullough doesn't have the foot speed to stay with Horry. He's been beat on an offensive rebound and a cut. Larry Brown's going to have to keep his eye on that matchup.
Here's Geiger. For Kobe Bryant. O'Neal on the offensive glass. Little ball fake by Shaq. Roger Bell did a nice defensive job the other night against Kobe Bryant. Bell with it. McCullough beats the Lakers down court.
You don't have to be fast to run on a fast break. That's 2 from McCullough. You just have to want to be able to run the floor. Sometimes you won't get it, but when you do, you deliver. That's great play by McCullough.
And this crowd starting to get impatient. The Lakers are down by 3 after losing game 1 in overtime.
And Marv, this is all that series of moves. Brian Shaw said, where is he? Iverson steps back, hits a very difficult shot on the fast break. And then Todd McCullough, probably if you'd run a foot race, he might not be able to beat you or I, Marv, but you know what?
Well,
he's running the floor, and he's got 2 layups, and as a result, his team leads by 3.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Ford Outfitters, no boundaries. By Original Coors, nothing beats an original. By Microsoft, provider of software for the agile business, helping you gain a competitive advantage in the business arena. And by Warner Brothers' new motion picture, AI, in theaters everywhere starting Friday, June 29th.
These aerial pictures courtesy of the Goodyear Blimp Eagle based in Carson, California. Goodyear currently operates 6 airships, 3 in the U.S., 2 in Europe, 1 in South America. But you knew all that, Doug.
Yeah.
Sixers have taken a 3-point lead. Allen Iverson continues to question why no foul calls on the physical play on the part of the Lakers.
I'm not going to see everything, all right?
They have a great time.
That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but why you like always? I'm telling you, if I see something's a foul, I'm going to blow the whistle, all right? I'm just trying to say, stay in your game, I'll stay into mine, let's go.
I'm into my game, Steve.
I'm trying to be into mine, too. I want to try to make every call right. I'm not going to be right, unfortunately, 100% of the time.
All right, I'm just saying, why smack me in my face?
I will. You got it.
Such a rational explanation from the official, Steve Javy.
What you can see is Derek Fischer is using the one hand and trying to get it in Iverson's face to disrupt his vision. Iverson said, you know what, I've been hit 3 times now. Please watch it.
Iverson, yes. And Tyronn Lue was all over him. A series of crossovers setting up the shot for Iverson, who now has 11, and the Sixers lead by 5. Offensive foul. Rick Fox pushing out, picks up his 3rd.
Larry Brown loves to front in the low post with his defense, but Allen Iverson on this play, that little pullback, he takes the ball between his legs to create distance, and he's hit 2 very difficult shots in a row. Starting to get that look on his face of why he was the MVP. This guy has got so much energy.
Kobe Bryant has made his return 0 for 3 from the field in the second quarter. McKee for McCullough. And he draws the foul. And Todd McCullough has emerged as a presence for the Sixers here in the second quarter, as Matt Geiger did back in game 1.
Well, we talked about the bench scoring. It was 29-15 in game 1, plus 14 for the 76ers. You can already see what Todd McCullough has done. In a 7-minute period of time, he has 4 points. More importantly, the better he and Geiger play, it allows Dikembe Mutombo to stay over on that bench with only 2 fouls. So this is critical time that the Sixers are getting this kind of production from their bench players.
McCullough just a 64% free throw shooter during the regular season. Let's check in with Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
All right, Marv, thanks. You know, we documented Aaron McKee's chip fracture in his ankle, but during the last time out, he had a heating pad on his left quadricep. I've been told by the trainers he has an actual strain. He's trying to play through it right now, but they're going to look at it again at halftime, and we'll follow up in the 3rd quarter. Marv?
All right, Lewis. McKee remaining on the floor. Kevin Ollie has checked in for the first time, and the Sixers take a timeout off the pressure defense shown by the Lakers. 7:32 remaining, first half, and Philadelphia leads by 4.
Kobe Bryant has gotten off to an excellent start, but one thing the Lakers don't want him to do is get too anxious and too excited and start forcing shots. You can see on this play, he's got 2 guys playing him, and you take a look, 3 guys out on the perimeter, really only Shaq back in the play. Kobe takes a very difficult shot. His teammates are watching, and this is what Phil Jackson does not want to happen, where he does not want Kobe to take it too much a personal attack to try to beat these 76ers. He ends up on the seat of his pants. They run out and get a layup. And let's check in with Jim Gray for a report on the Lakers.
All right, you're exactly right. That's what Phil Jackson told Kobe Bryant. He said, I know you're playing hard, Kobe, but you got to wait for the rest of the guys. You can't play offensively with everybody behind you. Then he told the entire team, hey, guys, don't look at the scoreboard. Relax. Let the game come to you. Quit chasing it. Marv?
All right, thanks, Jim. Kobe is 5 for 12 from the field. Brian Shaw just picked up his second foul. Lakers with their 13th foul.
I think what the Sixers are hoping to do is just stay in touch here with the Lakers. Just keep it close and see if that energy, that emotion will cause them to crack late in the game, knowing this is a must-win game for them, Marv.
Here's McKee from downtown. Aaron McKee playing with that chip fracture in his right ankle. 3 of 4 from the field. He has 7 points, and the 76ers with their biggest lead of the night. Horry shooting. Robert Horry with his second field goal.
Well, Robert Horry's trying to make up for that offensive foul. He got an overtime, very costly for his team. They were up 5, had the ball, a little over 2 minutes to go, committed the offensive foul. His team got outscored 13-2 from that point, and they lost. A bad play by Horry really cost his team the other night.
Geiger with the fake. Here's Ollie. Geiger. McCullough tips it home. How about Tom McCullough? He has 7 points. The Sixers up by 7. 6.5 remaining in the first half, and a foul on Geiger.
The 76ers are a terrific offensive rebounding team. The ball goes inside. Ollie takes a tough shot. There is Geiger with 1 tip. The ball slightly off the rim. McCullough tips the ball in. So Todd McCullough getting a rest, as is Geiger. And these guys did a tremendous job. They have gone in, and the Sixers now lead by 7 when Mutombo sitting on the bench with fouls, Marv.
Mutombo back along with Hill. Mutombo has the 2 personals. Here's the double on Shaq. Beautiful pass. Shaw not able to hit the there for the putback. Shaquille so tough in game 1 on putbacks. Larry Brown was telling us the other day what a sensational passer Shaq has become out of the post.
Well, I think in that triangle offense, he knows where his cutters and his players are. He feels very familiar where the double teams are coming from.
Back comes Bryant. Kobe going 1-on-2. So Shaq has 11, and the Sixer lead is now 3.
Oh, that's a great play. Kobe brought the entire defense over. When he saw Mutombo, he knew his partner Shaq was going to be wide open.
McKee changed his mind as he saw Shaquille. Shot clock at 4. Here's McKee for 3. The box out by O'Neal, keeping Hill away.
Great defensive sequence. Lakers scrambling, getting a hand in the face. More importantly, that big defensive rebound.
10 rebounds for Shaquille. Lou actually lost it. Ollie not looking to shoot. Wide open. Gives it right back. Iverson. And Iverson is fouled.
Now this is the patience that Phil Jackson wants from Kobe Bryant. Survey the floor, penetrate, find Shaq, and that is a very, very high percentage shot. But again, probe the defense, bring everybody to you, then drop it off with a beautiful no-look pass and a powerful finish. And the hand you hear now is for Ron Harper coming in for, looks like Tyronn Lue's going to get a break. Harper has been really sidelined almost the entire playoffs with a knee injury. I think Phil wants him to come in and just sort of stabilize his team for a few minutes.
Harper did not play at all in game 1. Whoa, Eric Snow way off. Derek Harper played for Larry Brown earlier in his career with the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Kobe, Shaq, Shaquille O'Neal with 13 points, 11 rebounds, and the Sixer lead is down to 1. Phil Jackson looking for a steadying influence. That's why he wants to benefit Harper out on the court. Harper coming back from the arthroscopic knee surgery.
We've already seen Fischer on Iverson, Lou on Iverson, now Kobe. 3 different looks. Now Kobe is bigger. He can get up, and what he's going to do is try to bother him from behind if he looks to take the shot, run him into the double team, and get a lot of help. Remember now, 2 years ago, Kobe held him scoreless in the second half of a game in Philadelphia that the Lakers won on the road, so he knows how to defend a little bit against Iverson.
McKee from downtown. 10 points for McKee. That's his second 3. And the Sixers lead at 43-39. Philadelphia now 4 for 7 from beyond the three-point line. Robert Horry attempting that 3, kept alive by Bryant. Kobe on his spin. He has 14.
What's keeping the Lakers alive right now, Marv, is that offensive backboard. Both of these teams, excellent offensive rebounding teams. Kobe gets an offensive rebound and a score. We've seen Shaq get a couple. Philadelphia's got a defensive rebound that ball.
Shattered defense from the crowd here at Staples. Iverson beats Bryant off the dribble. Rebound Horry. He's played well. Here's Shaq. 3-second violation is called.
What kind of poise and patience now will the Sixers have as we start to make this little run to the halftime? We see Larry Brown talking to his team, calling out a set play. 3:11 here to go, Marv. They're up 2. It's a critical time as the Lakers are trying to make a surge here going into half.
McKee over Harper. Snatched by O'Neal. Shaw wide open for 3. Lakers not able to hit from downtown. The tumble thought he was fouled. Iverson on the wing. Iverson coming up on 2.5 remaining in this first half. Lakers with the ball down by 2. And this crowd urging the Lakers on. O'Neal. Yes. The game is tied at 43. Points, 13 rebounds for Shaquille O'Neal. Shot clock at 4. Whoa, a tumble. A line drive, slow motion hook shot. Shaq. So the Lakers have come from behind. They now lead 45-43.
Anytime the Sixers miss, Shaq is leaking out as quickly as he can to get down the floor and going right to the front of the rim. That quick, deep pass, and Mutombo can't defend that.
Iverson splits his way, gives it back. Snow, yes, and the game is tied at 45. We're approaching 1 minute left in the first half. Lakers swing it. Harper for 3. O'Neal had it slapped away. And Snow bobbled by Bryant. Popped it up.
This has been a frenetic pace. Both teams looking to run whenever they can. Missed shots, offensive rebounds, passion and energy, and we're tied.
I'm out
Ahmad Rashad in Los Angeles. Coming up on Net Zero at the half, we'll have first half insights from Kevin Johnson and PJ Carlissimo. We'll also bring you a special NBA edition of The Weakest Link featuring Bill Walton, Baron Davis of the Charlotte Hornets, Bob Costas, Steve Snapper Jones, and the Los Angeles Sparks, Lisa Leslie, who is basketball's weakest link? Well, we'll find out. But for now, let's go back to Marv and Doug, who have to be a couple of hot links.
I'm told there were some tense moments before and after the taping of that weakest link segment. A moment ago, the 76ers were called on the turnover. Let's take another look. Looks to be off Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, and Eric Snow looked over at the official, said it went off Kobe's foot. That's not what was called, so the Lakers will have the basketball a minute to go. And well, you just sense the urgency now in the Lakers has realized these Sixers are not going to go away.
And Phil Jackson staying with the veteran Rod Harper. Nice play, Harper with the field goal. Rod Harper's made it back from arthroscopic surgery on his left knee. Missed the final 34 games of the regular season, and so only limited action first 3 rounds of the playoffs. Lakers up by 2. But Harper's in there for his defense against McKee. He was able to slap it away. Geiger on the recovery. Here's Iverson with the shot clock running down. Shaw with the outlet. McKee back for Bryant.
When you take long jump shots, the 76ers have got to get back. The Lakers are releasing on the jump shooter. Nobody rotating back. That's the 3rd time we've seen that in the game.
The Lakers by 4. A 16-5 run by Los Angeles. Final seconds of the first half. Down to 2. Down to 1. Here's Geiger. Going glass. It will count. Matt Geiger at the horn. Well, a terrific first half of basketball. Coming off the improbable overtime win in Game 1 by the Sixers. Matt Geiger able to cap it off as this first half came to a conclusion, and the Lakers lead 49-47. Let's throw it over to Jim Gray. Jim?
All right, thank you very much, Marv. 16 points for Kobe Bryant in the first half. Kobe, you guys have not been in a must-win situation in an awful long time. Are you guys sensing the urgency?
It feels good. It feels good. It's a humongous challenge. They're so competitive and they play so hard, but it feels good to be tested.
Phil Jackson said during one of the timeouts, you guys are not relaxing, you're chasing the game. Is he right?
Well, I think there was a certain stretch there where we're overly aggressive. I think our emotions got the best of us, but we're able to settle back in the game and start executing our offense.
Kobe, thank you. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
All right, Marv, back to you.
Thank you, Jim. Kobe with 16, Shaq 17 points, 13 rebounds. Iverson 5 for 14, 11 points in the first half. Stay tuned for Net Zero at the half. Ahmad coming up with PJ and Kevin. First half analysis, as well as a very special edition of The Weakest Link featuring Bob Costas, Bill Walton. You're watching the NBA Finals on NBC.
Welcome to Net Zero. At the half, Net Zero defenders of the free world. Introducing Net Zero Platinum, the ultimate internet. Call 1-800-DEFENDER today.
It is halftime here at the Staples Center with the Lakers leading the Sixers by 2 in Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Ahmad Rashad along with Kevin and PJ as we take a look at the first half. Kevin.
The Lakers have woken up. They're starting to play their basketball. They don't have a big lead. They're starting to execute. I feel good about the tempo that LA is playing right now.
I like the tempo for Philadelphia. Surprisingly, I think Philadelphia's trying to run it up the floor. They want to play quickly on offense, but they want to slow the Lakers down. They're going to put the ball in the basket so they can press and slow LA.
Philadelphia is losing the battle in the paint. LA is controlling the ball this time, and with a fast break. I think that's the LA tempo.
Well, I like the tempo for LA when they're able to do it. Philly's a strange team. They need to score so they can defend. The thing they have to do is keep LA off the boards. LA's got 9 offensive rebounds. They're dominating inside. They're hammering them points in the paint.
Look for Kobe Bryant and Shaq to continue to put the pressure on Philly. The bench guys, the supporting cast on LA will step up the second half.
And Philly, as they always do, they're still hanging in there.
Aaron McKee looks good, too. He doesn't look injured at all.
All right, turning now to tennis and today's results from the French Open. Top seed and defending champion Gustavo Kirten reached the final with a straight set victory. He'll face Spain's Alex Correia for the title on Sunday. On the women's side, American Jennifer Capriati goes for her second straight Grand Slam title tomorrow when she faces Kim Clijsters of Belgium. We'll bring you coverage beginning at 2 o'clock Eastern. In horse racing, tomorrow is the third leg of the Visa Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes. It's a showdown between Kentucky Derby winner Monarchos and Preakness winner Point Given. Our coverage of the Belmont gets underway at 5 Eastern. Coming up, it's a special NBA edition of The Weakest Link when Net Zero at the half continues.
Here are the 5 contestants who will take part in our special halftime edition of The Weakest Link. One of them will walk away with up to $500,000 for charity. The others will just go home, as round by round they're voted off as The Weakest Link.
Welcome to a special NBA halftime edition of The Weakest Link. Of the 5 people in the studio here today could win up to $500,000 for the charity of their choice. If they want to win that money, they'll have to work as a team. But only one of them will make it to the end, as round by round, we eliminate the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
My name is Bob. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I'm a shepherd, and I'm playing for Cardinal Glennon Children's Hospital.
Hi, I'm Barry, play for the Charlotte Hornets from Los Angeles, California, and I'll be playing for the United Negro College Fund.
Hi, I'm Lisa Leslie of the Los Angeles Sparks. I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I'm playing for NABCO, which is the National Alliance of Breast Cancer Organization.
Steve from Portland. And I want you to know there's a conspiracy here already, but I'm playing for the Jackie Robinson Foundation.
I'm Bill from San Diego, California. I'm Bob Costas' valet, and I'm playing for the NBA Retired Players Association.
Now the rules, team. In each round, the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your $100,000 target within the time limit. The first round lasts for 2 minutes. We'll start with the player in the first position. That's you, Bob. Let's play The Weakest Link. The first question is for $1,000. Start the clock. Bob, which former U.S. territory became the 50th state?
Hawaii.
Correct. Barron. The University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill has a basketball arena named for what NCAA coach?
Dean Smith.
Correct. Lisa,
Thanks.
in language, what term for an outlaw is also the title of an album by the Eagles?
I don't know.
Desperado. Snapper, in math, what is 11 times 14?
I don't know.
154. Bill, what American astronaut was the first man to set foot on the moon?
Neil Armstrong.
Correct. Bob,
Bank.
what U.S. state is currently home to exactly 3 NBA teams?
California.
Texas.
Bank.
Barron, how many times has Jim Carrey been nominated for an Academy Award?
5.
0. Lisa, in history, which Roosevelt was elected president as a Republican?
JFK. No.
Theodore.
Theodore.
I have to accept your first answer. Snapper, in geography, Helsinki is the capital of what northern European country?
Sweden.
Finland. Bill, which Toronto Raptor and slam dunk champ did Shaquille O'Neal describe as half man, half amazing?
Vince Carter.
Correct. Bob, in television, what NBC late-night talk show host was formerly a writer on The Simpsons?
Conan O'Brien.
Correct. Barron, in literature, which writer of Roots co-authored the autobiography of Malcolm X?
Oh, man. Who knows?
No, not oh, ma'am. Alex Haley. Lisa, in chemistry, what B is the alloy made up of 2/3 copper and 1/3 zinc?
I don't know.
Brass. Snapper. The NBA's Jazz moved in 1979 after playing for 5 seasons in what city?
New Orleans.
Correct, Bill. In U.S. currency, which president is pictured on the $20 bill?
Jefferson.
No, Andrew Jackson. Bob. Time is up. And out of a possible $100,000, you banked a pathetic, embarrassing $11,000. That money will go through to the next round, but one of you most certainly will not. Who thinks NBA stands for no brains allowed? It's time to vote on the weakest link.
Statistically, Bob is the strongest link. The weakest link is Lisa. She got all of her questions wrong. But will the other players have noticed?
Okay, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Barron.
Bob.
Bill.
Bob.
Lisa.
Snapper.
Yes.
Don't like Bob?
He's a little nervous, you know. And when he gets this way, he throws up on people.
Bob.
Anne?
With 2 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm the guy responsible for popularizing his nickname, the Snapper. And I can only surmise that he doesn't really like that moniker, and finally he's getting back at me.
Round 2, team. So far, you've banked $11,000. There are 4 of you left. 15 seconds is now coming off the clock. You have voted off the strongest link from the last round. So we'll start with the second strongest link. Amazingly, that's you, Bill. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Bill, in movies, who won a Best Actor Oscar for the film Gladiator?
Maximus.
No, Russell Crowe. Barron, what Maryland city is the location of the United States Naval Academy?
Maryland.
Annapolis. Lisa, in the history of the NBA, which coach has the most career victories?
His name is... I don't know.
Lenny Wilkins. Snapper. In movies, which actress played the title role in the 1997 film Jackie Brown?
Pam Grier.
Correct, Bill.
Bank.
In television, which cafe was a frequent location on Seinfeld, Monks or the Peach Pit?
Highway 61.
Monks. Barron, in politics, Hillary Clinton is the junior senator from what state?
New York.
Correct, Lisa. In medicine, the disease scurvy is caused by a lack of which vitamin?
C.
Correct. Snapper,
Bank.
what city is home to the 4-time WNBA champion Comets?
Houston.
Correct, Bill.
Bank.
What Weight Watchers spokesperson holds the title of Duchess of York?
Ferguson.
Correct, Sarah
Bank.
Ferguson. Barron, in Warner Brothers animation, Marvin, the little alien with the big helmet, is from what planet?
Mars.
Correct, Lisa. In food, which chef catered President Wilson's wedding before attaching his name to beefaroni?
I don't know.
Time is up, but the correct answer is Chef Boyardee. Team, in that round, you actually managed to answer 5 questions in a row correctly. Astonishingly, instead of winning $100,000, you banked $6,000. Who needs to be benched? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The strongest link in this round is Snapper. He got all of his questions right. Bill is the weakest link statistically. But will the votes follow the facts?
Okay, voting over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Lisa.
Snapper.
Lisa.
Lisa.
Baron, which college did you go to?
You went to UCLA. And
No one is talking to you at the moment. Why, Lisa?
She held us up.
Bill,
Yes.
why Lisa?
She certainly didn't know Lenny Wilkins, one of the 2 people in the Basketball Hall of Fame, twice.
All right.
And
So you know
and
all
she
my
went to
answers, and
USC.
you don't know any of yours.
Lisa, with 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Player haters. Anyway, goodbye. I think Snapper will be the last one standing because I believe they'll get Barron out of there because he's one of the young guys, and then there'll be Snapper. I think he'll be left standing.
3 players remain, but only one of them can win. Find out who when we return Sunday night here on NBA Halftime. Weakest link. Now back to Ahmad Rashad.
If you are into conspiracy theories, how about this one? Snapper Jones voted Bob Costas off the show. Snapper Jones is not here with us tonight. Coincidence? Well, actually it is. Snapper is attending his daughter's graduation, so he couldn't be here tonight. Just wanted to clear that out. Coming up next, it's the second half of Game 2. The Lakers are leading the Sixers by 2. Thanks for joining us on Net Zero at the half.
This has been Net Zero at the half. Net Zero, defenders of the free world. Introducing Net Zero Platinum, the ultimate internet. Visit www.netzero.net today.
It is halftime at Staples. 76ers led by as many as 7. Lakers with a 49-47 lead as we head to the second half. Welcome back to Los Angeles, California. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Jim Gray, Lewis Johnson. As we head to the second half, the Lakers with a 49-47 lead on the 76ers. Philadelphia 41% from the field in that first half. And the Lakers at 45% on 21 for 47. Doug, I think Bob Costas is still sulking from his appearance on the weekend.
I can only imagine what he was like walking off that stage.
The thing about Bob is, you know, he did not take it personally. Allen Iverson working on Derek Fischer as this third quarter gets underway. Iverson, yes. 13 points now for Iverson, shooting just 6 for 16. But he is a guy who can erupt at any time.
I think the key there is he attempted no free throws in that first half, so the Lakers did not foul him on any of the tough shots that he took.
Nice pass from Shaq. Bryant blows the layup. Horace Grant has been struggling. Horace just 1 for 6 from the field. The game tied at 49. Fischer with an aggressive play, but knocked it out of bounds.
Mark, when you look at that first half, the Lakers were in the lead. I think one of the reasons they led in fast break points 13-5, that was not the case in game 1. So the Lakers are doing a good job running off the Sixer misses. Transition defense must be better by the Sixers.
Iverson, Matumbo, and the foul is called. What a move by Iverson off the double team to set it up for Matumbo, and O'Neal commits his first.
Well, it's almost like you think you've got him blocked off, but there's no place for him to go, and he sort of slinks along that baseline, gets into traffic, and finds the wide open Dikembe Mutombo. Now, Mutombo got to the line in that first half, Mark, 4 times. The rest of the team only twice. That is a real key stat. When the 76ers make 20-plus free throws, they are tough to beat. They made 23 in game 1.
Now let's check in with Lewis Johnson. Lewis?
Well, Marv, another injury report concerning the Philadelphia 76ers, and it concerns Mutombo, who sometime in the first half suffered a gash, a cut in his tongue. Now, I'm told that the trainers tried to give him stitches in the locker room at the halftime, but he refused, so he'll have the stitches put in after the game. Marv?
as Horace Bryant ties it at 51. And Dikembe playing with that broken left pinky, the injury sustained in the series against the Raptors. Iverson and McKee in the backcourt. Mutombo up front with Jones and Hill. Iverson for three. Kobe Bryant putting moves on Aaron McKee and draws the foul.
See, that's exactly what happens when the 76ers miss a jump shot. They can't get their defense back down the floor, and the Lakers are really looking to attack. PJ Carlesimo talked about it at halftime. When the 76ers are scoring, they can get their defense set. When they're not shooting the ball well, the Lakers are attacking them. 13 fast break points in the first half, and you see it once again right here in the third period, looking to get out on that break.
Point number 17 for Kobe Bryant. Let's go over to Jim Gray. Jim.
All right, thanks, Marv. During halftime, Phil Jackson told his team, I want to stay positive, guys. About the only thing I can say is we won both quarters by 1 point. Slow down. Don't be so frenetic. I asked Rick Fox about it. He said part of the reason we're so frenetic is we haven't had to win a game in a must-win situation since last year's finals against Indiana. That's part of the problem. Marv?
Well, they are certainly in a desperate scenario right here. This is a Laker team that had won 19 in a row, the last 8 of the regular season, then 11 of 11, first 3 rounds of the playoffs. Last touch by the Lakers. They swept by Portland in 3, Sacramento in 4, San Antonio in 4 before losing to the 76ers on Wednesday night. Shot clock at 4. Iverson. Fischer ahead of the field.
See what that lead to again. These Lakers are challenging Iverson's shot and releasing, and nobody is rotating back to the 76ers. Larry Brown cannot be happy about that. The guards must protect the backcourt.
Lakers lead by 4. Mutombo. Nice move. A step back. Baseline jumper by Dikembe Mutombo.
Well, you know, just to follow up on the thought there by Rick Fox, when he talked about the sense of urgency here and the pressure on the Lakers, the longer the Sixers stick around, the more pressure goes on the Lakers to win this game. They have to win this game.
O'Neal rebounded by Hill. This a Laker team that has had an aura of invincibility around it of their second half play, in particular the last 4 weeks. Mutombo. And it's deflected out by Tyrone Hill. Prior to the defeat here in Game 1, the last loss by the Lakers was back on the 1st of April, losing to the Knicks here in L.A. They have that long layoff. O'Neal. And the Lakers now lead by 4. Just before Game 1, they had not played since May the 27th, and Phil Jackson said he was very concerned about the rust factor, and no question the layoff did hurt the Lakers in Game 1, and the Sixers with a magnificent performance. Foul is called on Fischer. That's 2 on Derek Fischer.
You see Derek Fischer really getting up and shadowing Iverson, forcing him to try to put this ball on the floor. Just that quick first step, he reach out and gets him with a hand, and that's the foul.
Iverson called for the push-off. Iverson commits his second.
The whole thing with Allen Iverson, you've just got to make him work. You've got to try to frustrate him, and Derek Fisher's done a pretty good job of that. Now, remember, Marv, in the first half, he complained to Steve Javie that 3 times he got hit in the face by Fischer. He's trying to close out on him on those drives.
Bryant, stepping to his left against Jermaine Jones and hitting on the fadeaway.
Now, Sixers have to be very careful right here. They need a good possession. Lakers making a little bit of a push.
Kobe has 20, and the Lakers up by 6, their biggest lead of the night. Hill on the fake, rejected. Fox on the loose ball. And the Lakers turn it over.
something they have not done much of tonight. After 19 turnovers in game one, only 4 the entire first half. The Sixers had only 7 points in the first half off turnovers. But Kobe Bryant, when he elevates, that is a very difficult shot to defend. And Kobe right now is being very comfortable, a nice rhythm shooting that jump shot.
Kobe Bryant bouncing back, coming off the 7 of 22 on Wednesday night. Nice give and go, but McKee was met by O'Neal, then rejected by Bryant. Shot clock at 3. Here's McKee. McKee off the hustle. Oh, what a sequence by Aaron McKee.
If you want to know what the Sixers are all about, that play right there says it all. Aaron McKee just would not give up until he finally got the 2 points.
Bryant, Hill on the rebound. Iverson accelerates and hits. Allen Iverson putting the speed on. And this a team that just refuses to go away. Lakers now lead by 2. You mentioned that was a dangerous point of this third quarter. They just kept coming back.
Well, it looked like they weren't going to score, and McKee makes the great second and third effort to get him 2. Then Iverson to the layup. But look at Aaron McKee. He gets his first shot blocked. He gets it back. Goes right back at the basket, misses another jump shot, and said, you know what, I'm not quitting. Nobody blocks me out. I'm coming back one more time. He scores. Then Iverson comes right back. The Sixers, when they get on that fast break, Iverson, you just can't keep him from getting to the basket. You've got to be able to get back with 2 or 3 guys. So a 6-point lead goes down to 2 that quickly.
And the foul call on Tyrone Hill. His 4th, Kobe Bryant at the line. Now 5 for 5 from the line. A reminder, tomorrow 5 Eastern right here on NBC. The exciting conclusion to the Visa Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes. This will be a test of champions. Preakness winner Point Given taking on the Derby winner Anarchos. The rubber match of the Visa Triple Crown. That's tomorrow, 5 Eastern time on NBC. 6.5 remaining in the third quarter. And the Lakers lead the Sixers 61-57. The Lakers trying to tie the series at 1. 76ers trying to go 2 up with the scene shifting to Philadelphia. 76ers looking for a goaltend. Larry Brown walking the sideline. Allen Iverson readily accepting the call on the rejection.
I think Allen Iverson said that had to be goaltending. That ball was coming down at the basket. Let's take a look here. Ball still on the upward flight, so a good call by the officials.
8 on the shot clock. McCullough is fouled. Todd McCullough did a terrific job in the first half. Played 9 minutes, hit 3 of 4 from the field. 7 points, drew the foul on O'Neal. For Shaq, it is his 2nd.
Well, you can see what Larry Brown has done. Tyrone Hill has struggled, and he has not been any kind of offensive force for them. McCullough is ready for the basketball on any kind of penetration. He's run out on the fast break. So Larry Brown said, look, if the Lakers are going to get out and scramble defensively, I've got to put another offensive threat on the floor, and McCullough has been that guy tonight, Mark.
Now Roger Bell has checked in. Allen Iverson will get a very brief rest. Played nearly the entire overtime in game 1. Just 3 seconds short of the full 53 minutes, and this is the first time that he has sat this evening. Foul is called on Bell. Roger Bell is the rookie from Florida International, also played a couple of years at Boston University, signed originally to a 10-day contract back in early April. He was in San Antonio and Atlanta's training camp. Past couple of years, played some CBA, Sioux Falls in the CBA, then the IBL. And has been getting the playing time of the postseason.
Well, it all started in that blowout in Game 6 in Milwaukee. He played well. Larry Brown gave him another chance as Kobe works against him. The nice defense to force the jumper, but once again, the offensive rebound.
And Roger Bell is on the loose ball.
Roger Bell in the last couple of games has been a real force. We know of the Game 7 against Milwaukee, the 10 points, and the big shot in Game 1 here on Wednesday night.
McCullough strip, nice save by Ori, but the Lakers give it right back. Timeout is called by Larry Brown with 5.5 to go. In the third, it's the Lakers 61, the Sixers 59.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by the Toyota Tundra, better from the ground up. By Miller Lite, grab a Miller Lite, it's Miller time. By Paramount Pictures' new film, Tomb Raider, starts June 15th everywhere, rated PG-13. And by NikeBasketball.com.
It started off rocky. We had to get to know each other. We had to find out, what we were about, get inside each other's head and really get to understand each other and get to know each other as people instead of coaching players.
I didn't have to change him. He changed himself. And he's got the respect of all of us. And he realized that, he needed to do things, and he's done it. That in itself is the nicest thing about being here, is to see how far he's come.
Well, you can see just moments ago, Larry Brown took Allen Iverson, just calm him down just a little bit. Now, he doesn't like to keep him over there long. I think he felt like he was getting a little excited. Used to be Iverson would not sit down next to Larry Brown. He would go to the end of the bench, recognizing what Larry's trying to do for him now. Now he comes right back in the game. You see how much rest he got. 43 seconds. That's 40 more than he got the other night, Larry.
Sixers with the ball, trailing by 2. Oh, Iverson got hit in the head with that flip pass. Draws the double, able to spin. Couldn't find anybody. Mutombo plays it. Dikembe Mutombo able to handle that pass from Allen Iverson, and the game is tied at 61. Mutombo now with 12 points. Nice play. Shaquille O'Neal out of the double team, fighting the cutting Robert Horry.
The Sixers do not do a good job of double teaming because they don't do it very often. With Mutombo, you don't have to, so the rotations are very poor. The power forward's getting a lot of layup opportunities from direct passes from Shaq.
Phil Jackson telling us yesterday he was expecting more double teaming on the part of the Sixers. Shaq with another reject. Snow. McCullough. By Shaquille. And here's Kobe. Shaquille O'Neal with 7 block shots. The Lakers lead 65-61. Defense from this capacity crowd at Staples. McCullough challenges. McCullough with the rebound. This club keeps coming back.
How about Todd McCullough? Now, he's got a couple shots blocked. He tries to post Shaq, goes up strong, and then gets the rebound and goes right back once again. Good effort.
O'Neal is fouled. But Doug, there have been so many instances in this game where you think, hey, this will be a turning point, and the 76ers hang right in.
Well, Shaq blocks his previous shot, and Kobe runs out, and he gets the fast break, something the Lakers have done very well tonight. And because I'm not going to give up on the play, come right back to me. He almost gets a piece of that one, but the second effort, and Todd McCullough has played so well tonight. Larry Brown has gone to him with heavy minutes, and Tyrone Hill is sitting on the bench right now, so he's giving him a real offensive presence.
Well, Shaq, 1 for his previous 6, able to hit at the line. A reminder, tomorrow at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, NBC presents the women's final at the French Open for American Jennifer Capriati. The miraculous comeback continues with that convincing victory over Martina Hingis yesterday. She stands just 1 win away from a second straight Grand Slam. That's the women's final at the French Open tomorrow at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific Coast time. Lakers now lead by 4, 3.5 remaining. In the third, Iverson not able to hit, and back comes Kobe Bryant. And Kobe kicks it out. Looked like he would try to finish it, take it to the rim. O'Neal down deep, and is fouled. Well, Shaq goes back to the line.
You know, the last possession, Shaq steps to the line and makes a couple free throws, which could really be important later on, Bob, and I'll tell you why. Is because if this game stays close, Because he missed 12 free throws in game 1, free throw shooting could become the major contributing factor at the end of this game as the Lakers try to close this out. So as he shoots these free throws at this point in the game, it might not look like much, but it could lead to a whole lot later on.
Shaq now 3 for 9 at the line, and you see the last 17 attempts, only 5 for 17. Back to struggling at the foul line. Recall all the problems he had first half of the season, and then with some extra work, he did pick it up in the second half. But now he's being challenged at the foul line. We saw that in game 1 Wednesday, where he went 10 for 22 at the line. Mutombo. McCullough. McCullough spinning his way against Shaquille O'Neal. He's 5 for 7 from the field. He has 13 points. The Lakers up by 3. Snow playing Bryant very well. O'Neal. Nice adjustment by Robert Horry.
That's a nice play because McCullough can't move his feet quickly enough. So rather than shoot the jumper, drive the ball to the basket. Mutombo comes over to help, and you drop it off to Shaq for the easy score.
Lakers by 5 as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third. Shaq with his 8th block shot that ties an NBA Finals record. Here's Kobe, and the Lakers lead by 7. Their biggest lead of the night.
Laker defense creating offense in this period. This is why they've been able to push it out a little bit, get a little bit of a lead. Shaq's shot blocking has led to fast break opportunities.
8 block shots equaling the NBA Finals record, tying him with Patrick Ewing, Akeem Olajuwon, and a fellow by the name of Bill Walton. The key comes up short. Bryant able to short hop. Fischer for 3. Just cannot find the range from downtown. Coming off the electrifying three-point shooting against San Antonio. In fact, the Lakers 0 for 8 from the three-point line.
Remember now, they were 27% in the first 2 rounds before San Antonio. But Todd McCullough on the offensive board, now he's had a lot of shots blocked, but he keeps coming back for more. A great little shot with the left hand. But Shaquille O'Neal will answer on the other end. The little penetrating drive by Robert Horry. The powerful finish. McCullough said, I'm coming one more time, Shaq. Shaq said that's 8 blocks. And it leads once again to the fast break of the little floater in the lane by Kobe Bryant. Great Laker defense. They lead by 7.
Shaquille O'Neal with 8 blocked shots and counting to tie an NBA Finals record that is held by Bill Walton. He came up with 8 in a game against the 76ers, June of 77. Akeem Olajuwon had 8 against the Celtics. And Patrick Ewing of the New York Knicks in June of 94 with 8 against the Houston Rockets. And Shaq has done it here this evening.
Well, when it's done, it's led to fast breaks on the other end of the floor for the Lakers. Every time they've been able to block a shot, they've been able to punch it out and get some easy scores. You can see what Shaq has done. That's pretty distinguished company there for Shaq. Also want to note there to Bill Walton, he didn't get any of my shots in 77.
You did point that out during the commercial break. Fischer serving up a facial off the steal, and the Lakers extend to a 9-point lead as we come up on 1 minute remaining in the third. Snow lost it. Try to change direction. O'Neal for Fox from downtown. Shaq on the rebound. Horry with the tip. Shaq takes it away from McCullough. And McCullough able to tip it to Snow. Lakers get back. Snow. Oh, a sensational scoop by Eric Snow. So the Lakers now lead 74-67. 25 seconds remaining in the third. Here's the double. Fischer for 3. Yes. feel very good for Derek Fischer and the Lakers, who have missed their previous 9 from downtown.
The Lakers have a foul to give here. We'll see if Iverson penetrates, if they take it, as this clock winds down.
Final seconds. Phil Jackson is trying to pass that information on to Derek Fischer as Iverson's shot goes astray. And that's the end of the third quarter. And a technical foul has been called on Allen Iverson, who's being restrained by his teammates.
Well, it's been defense, defense, defense by the Lakers. They force turnovers, they block shots, they force difficult shots. And Derek Fischer, out of a timeout, gets a steal, and the breakaway dunk. He has struggled, finally gets one to go. And then step behind that three-point line. Remember, this is a guy who had 15 of 20 against San Antonio. That layup gets him going. He knocks in the three. The Lakers have finally got a cushion. They lead by 10.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. And any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other dissemination or use of this telecast, or of the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Well, Allen Iverson at the end of the period was very upset. He felt like that he was hit on the elbow right there. You see Fischer's hand right there hit him on the elbow. That will take your shot and throw it completely off. Just that little touch. Again, right here, take a look right there. That little contact to a shooter is deadly. And Iverson very, very upset. He's taken 22 shots tonight and has not gotten to the free throw one time. Shot 9 free throws in game 1. So he lets his emotion out there at Steve Jabby, who gives him a technical. And then Shaq was upset on the previous possession on the offensive rebound when they had that little scrum in the lane. Felt like he was fouled, and he gets a technical. Offsetting technicals, no free throws will be shot, and it'll be Laker basketball. But the important thing, if Iverson or Shaq get a technical foul, they will be ejected from the game, so they have to really be careful now.
Lakers with a 16-6 run over the last 5 minutes, 13 seconds. The game at one point was tied at 61. Lakers now lead by 10 as this fourth quarter gets underway. Right at the start of the quarter, obviously, Allen Iverson regaining his composure. Robert Horry with a facial, beautifully set up by Shaquille O'Neal.
How about that touch pass in the lane? Just dropped it right to him, right in rhythm. What a tremendous pass.
8th assist for Shaq, along with 8 blocks, 24 and 17. McKee's shot was turned back, and now the foul on McKee. And now we're seeing the Lakers that we saw against the Spurs, the Kings, and the Blazers.
Look at that touch pass just away from the defense. Look at this, just sort of rolls it out. Looks like Arvydas Sabonis with that little pass there that he drops off.
Iverson with the steal. Good play, able to deflect it off Horry. Allen Iverson brought his team together at midcourt before the start of this fourth quarter. They huddled up as Iverson looking to settle things down with his team falling behind now by 12 points. Bryant and Roger Bell starts back.
Barb, I will tell you this, that Derek Fischer has taken the challenge tonight of guarding Allen Iverson. He has bumped him, he's got his hand in his face, he's challenging every shot.
Iverson challenging O'Neal. The ball was knocked away and knocked out of bounds. And, well, Roddy Nutt is indicating a foul on O'Neal. That's his third.
Remember now, Iverson is not going to stop attacking the basket. Even though he's been frustrated not getting to the free throw line, he's going to throw his body in there and force the officials to make the call. Mark, you will not get to the line shooting jump shots. He's going to have to continue to assault the basket and hope he can get some foul calls. Steps up and misses his first one, but you can see it's been a tough night for Iverson. 23 field goal attempts, only 15 points, and he misses both free throws.
His first free throw attempts of the game. A minute and a half gone by in the fourth quarter. O'Neal pulling his way on the tempo.
the things the Lakers do not want to do is get the Sixers in the penalty early, because the Sixers then can get to the free throw line and get their defense set up to where they can defend a little bit better. Marv, right now they're struggling to score from the field, and as a result, their defense is struggling to stop the Lakers.
Second team foul committed by the Lakers. Iverson eluding two Lakers.
Now, how tall is he? 6 feet, 160 pounds?
Listed at 6 foot. So the Lakers now lead by 10. Fox, Horry, and O'Neal up front. Bryant and Fischer at the guards. Iverson doing a nice job defensively on Bryant. O'Neal, Mutombo on the rebound. Bell pushing it. Bell takes all the way and is fouled.
You know the Sixers are not going to go away, and Phil Jackson knows that, and so do the Lakers. And what they have to be able to do right now is get back and keep the Sixers off that foul line. The Sixers are going to try to run an attack on every possession.
Foul committed by Fox. That's 4 on Rick Fox. Roger Bell to the line for the first time. Following the game on most of these NBC stations, it's your local news, and then the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And for those of you who would like to continue with the NBA Finals, we'll have a post-game special on CNBC immediately following the game. Our entire crew will recount the game with highlights, live press conference, interviews, and the guests as we take a look back at tonight's Game 2. That's CNBC right after our telecast concludes. Bryant for 3. Yes. The Lakers with an 82-70 lead.
Well, you knew Kobe was going to bounce back. He was so upset after Game 1. 7 for 22, 6 turnovers. Tonight he has once again been brilliant.
Bryant with 29 points. O'Neal over Snow, called for the offensive foul. Good play by Eric Snow. That's number 4 on Shaq.
And you see the Lakers coaches standing up saying, calm down. We have a 12-point lead. If we don't have a fast break, pull it back and let's get a score. Kobe gives it to the big man, but anytime a big man has to put it on the floor and make a play, all you're going to get is trouble. That time, an offensive foul.
The NBA on NBC is brought to you by Budweiser. With a crisp, clean, refreshing taste you'll find in no other beer. This Bud's for you. By Jeep Grand Cherokee with legendary off-road capability. By McDonald's, we'd love to see you smile. And by Gatorade Thirst Quencher. It's in the NBA. Is it in you?
The Sixers are starting to dig themselves a big hole down by 12. Lakers taking command. Now take a look at the double team here. Too small, Iverson. So Shaq just sees right over the top, finds out who is going to be my open man as we scan it. Look at Kobe Bryant said, it's Fischer. Right there, he's the open guy. Shaq takes his time, looks right over the top of the double team, surveys the floor, and Fischer finally buries an open 3. Shaquille O'Neal has been brilliant tonight on both ends of the floor. You see his points, rebounds, assists, blocks. He has been the dominant figure. And remember, Marv, Phil Jackson told us before the series, that's where the matchup, that's where the game will be won, inside with Shaq. And tonight, that has been the case.
Loose ball foul against the 76ers. You saw those numbers on Shaquille O'Neal. He may be on the way, incredibly, to a quadruple double. He has already tied the NBA Finals record with 8 blocked shots. The all-time playoff record is 10. That's shared by Mark Eaton, the Utah Jazz, Hakeem Olajuwon of the Houston Rockets. Now, blocked shots were not compiled until the 73-74 season. 8:20 remaining in the fourth. And Bryant tripped up. Sixers with their 3rd team foul.
If the Lakers go on to win this game, I thought in the first period it was so critical to get Kobe back on track. He had struggled so mightily in that first game. He was rusty. His timing was off. 7 for 22. He had 6 turnovers. I'm sure he went home, watched tape. Where could he attack? Tonight he got off to a great start, and he's been the attack mode ever since.
Kobe 11 of 22, 29 points. Fischer for three. He hit one just moments ago. That was last touch by Horry.
Well, Shaq is telling Bryant Shaw as they're walking down the floor, hey, Bryant, you're wide open. Take the shot. I gave you a wide open three. Be willing to take it. But there's Kobe's quick start. We talk about Mark. First period, 12 points, and he's not looked back the entire evening.
Foul is called on Fischer. So the Lakers with 4 team fouls, one away from the penalty. And Tyronn Lue will check in, not playing as much as he did in game 1 when he did the good job defensively on Allen Iverson. Derek Fisher hearing it from the crowd. 11 points, and he went chest to chest with Iverson.
And you know what? Lue is in there for it, to try to keep the ball out of Iverson's hands. Don't let him touch it.
Iverson for 3.
And Iverson said, you better get here sooner than that. If you're going to come off the bench, you better get to me quickly. And once again, it's back to a 9-point game.
Iverson has 20. Here's Bryant lobbing.
Well, how about the Lakers, the way they're attacking the pressure tonight? Doing it with the pass, throwing ahead, Kobe attacking much, much better than they did the other night when they tried to dribble too much.
84-73. Los Angeles. Shaw saw that coming. And a foul. Roger Bell hustling back to knock it away from Robert Horry, who was not pleased about that move.
Marv, there's an old expression in basketball, don't fight pressure with pressure. Move the basketball and then attack ahead, and that's what the Lakers have done. In game 1, Kobe dribbled so much in the backcourt that he got himself out of sync. He got his team out of sync. Tonight, that has not been the case, and the Sixers are not shooting it well, so they've not been able to get up the floor and pressure.
Bell defending on Bryant. Series of fakes and a foul on Bell. And a gorgeous display by Kobe Bryant. 76ers are over the foul limit.
Marv, you go ahead and describe this. Twist, twist, go back. Raja Bell went for the second move. Kobe's on his 4th already, and he fades away. Look at this. Kobe got that little shake going, fades. And what you don't want to do if you're Raja Bell is just reach in and get that little touch foul. You get a guy shooting that kind of shot he makes, and you got to run back and tap him and say, that's why you're all pro. I respect that.
Kobe has 30. 7 of 7 at the line. And you hear the chant of Kobe from this crowd here at Staples. The Lakers now lead by 13. We played 5 minutes of the 4th quarter. Iverson going glass. Mutombo. Here's McKee. Mutombo reaching for that rebound. And lost it.
Well, the Lakers are everywhere on defense, forcing turnovers. Now they've got to take the time. The clock is their ally.
The play by McKee. And a foul call. It's on Shaq. And that is number 5. Well, Phil Jackson kept Shaquille on the floor after he picked up his 4th, and now he will sit off this reach-in.
Well, that occurred because Kobe tried to make a pass that wasn't there. You see the reaction. He's unhappy with himself. If you don't have a clean play, pull that thing back out and use clock, Mark. There's 6:38 to go. You're up 13. You don't need to take any chances right now.
Both teams are over the limit. Raja Bell at the line of the Sixers, now 10 for 15 at the foul line. Remember, in game 1, they hit their first 19, and then Mutombo missed 2 down the stretch. Rick Fox is back. Horace Grant has checked in, so he will be the center. With Fox, Grant, and Bryant up front. Raja Bell missing on both. Just under 6.5 remaining in the 4th quarter. The Lakers hoping to tie the series at 1. Bryant Offensive foul.
That's a good call. Kobe dipped that left shoulder to create space. Now, Phil Jackson doesn't like it, but you're not allowed to create space with your shoulder or your off arm. Now, watch Kobe as he gets his shoulder, and there's the little push to create the space. That's a good call.
An opportunity here for the Sixers with Shaquille O'Neal on the bench after picking up a 5th foul. Snow is hit by Bryant. So Eric Snow will shoot 2.
Well, the Sixers got to start making some of these free throws if they're going to get back in the game. We've seen Roger Bell miss. I think he's missed 4. We've seen Iverson miss a couple. I mean, if you're going to get back in the game, you're going to have to play 6 perfect minutes here down 13. Brian Shaw admonishing Kobe there a little bit, telling him to keep his head. Don't try to get so aggressive where you start making careless plays. Kobe's made a turnover, an offensive foul, and a foul there, so he's just trying to calm him down.
Snow at the line for the first time, a 79% free throw shooter during the regular season. So the Sixers now 12 of 18 at the line, and they're down by 11. Fox, Ryan Shaw, on the turnover, back comes Bell. Roger Bell all the way, and a blocking foul on Bryant.
Well, the Lakers are allowing the Sixers here to try to stay in this game with their own carelessness and their own turnovers. They've done a good job of taking care of the ball. They're turning it over now, and the Sixers getting to the line, stopping that clock, trying to get back into it.
Do I say may I or can I?
May I? Go ahead, sweetie.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I help you?
May I have a Happy Meal?
I don't think she did good.
I think I did well.
McDonald's presents It's Showtime at the Apollo Kids Talent Search. This could be your child's chance to shine. Open to kids ages 5 through 12. For more information, go to mcdonalds.com or call toll-free 1-866-294-9657.
We love to see you smile.
Well, it's that time of year again, and you're stuck in the heat watching the mercury rise. Want to make sure that doesn't happen to your summer? Get you and your friends entered to win really cool Miller Time trips like these in our Miller Lite Get the Goods Summertime promotion. Pick up your Miller Lite Get the Goods entry card wherever you see this display. What are you looking at?
Even though Jeep Grand Cherokee is more refined and civilized than ever, rest assured, it still hasn't lost its animal instincts. Jeep Grand Cherokee adds another award to its trophy case.
You know, the most amazing things happen to me every time I begin to read. I can fly among the moon and stars. Or I can visit lands both near and far. I've always liked a good mystery. But there are so many things that interest me. And my favorite thing is when it ends, another book starts it all again.
All right, here it is. You're gonna be crammed into this thing that is shaped like a bullet, and you're gonna fly down this twisting tunnel of ice. You're gonna be bruised, frostbitten. You might even go into shock. The brakes are weak. You can't slow down, and if you flip over, your head is gonna get skinned right down to the skull. What do you say?
The Winter Olympics from Salt Lake City on the networks of NBC.
Well, Michelle Kwan will not be involved in the bobsled competition, but certainly a favorite in figure skating. Very much into it here at Staples as the Los Angeles Lakers are now trying to hang on. They have an 11-point lead with 5:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Shaquille O'Neal sitting down after picking up his 5th foul. The 76ers back to the foul line. Shaq has had just an extraordinary evening. 26 points, 19 rebounds, 8 assists, and 8 blocked shots, which ties an NBA Finals record. Just shy of a quadruple-double. And Doug, since back in 1974, Roger Bell got 1 of 5 at the line. Since 74, that's when they first began to keep the quadruple-double stat. There have been only 4 pulled off. We're talking regular season and playoffs. Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, Nate Thurman, and Alvin Robertson. They are the only 4 who have ever come up since 74 with a quadruple-double. Off the pressure, the Lakers turn it over.
Mark, talking about turnovers, okay, the Lakers only had 4 at halftime. They now have 14-6 already here in the fourth quarter, so they are allowing the 76ers to stay around and trying to cut into this lead. They've gotten impatient, they've gotten anxious, and they're taking chances they don't need to take.
There's Snow with the step. Upset that he did not set himself up for a 3-point possibility, but he will go to the line. Foul committed by Shaw. Still much time left, 5:22. And as the Lakers are well aware, the 76ers a resilient team. Well, Phil Jackson not holding back and perhaps taking a chance here with the 10-point lead. A lot of time left, and Shaquille O'Neal will check back in. Here comes Shaq playing with 5 fouls. Well, following tonight's game on most of these NBC stations, it's your local news and then the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And for those of you who would like to continue with NBA Finals coverage, we'll have a post-game special on CNBC right after our telecast. Our entire cast will recount the game with highlights. We'll show you live press conference interviews and a host of guests as we look back at tonight's game. That's the NBA Finals post-game special on CNBC. Another Laker turnover, and the Sixers convert. They're within 6.
But this is what we saw the other night. Anytime they score, look, they're up the floor defensively. Now the Lakers have to keep their poise.
Fox met by Iverson.
Remember now, Shaq has 5. He has to be very careful now. This is a 6-point game.
Shaw for 3. Bryant Shaw continues to hit big shots.
I looked over at Phil Jackson. You see a sigh of relief on him. He normally doesn't show much emotion, but that was a big shot.
The Lakers up by 9. Mutombo trying to foul out O'Neal. Snow with the rebound. And Eric Snow, once again, has been a major factor. That's 12 points for Snow.
Now, will they start fouling Shaq if he catches the ball around the basket? Remember, he has really struggled, Mark. Will that become a factor here at the end of this game?
Both teams are over the limit. Fischer passing on the 3. Shot clock to 7. Here's Bryant. The 76ers very much alive. Down by 7. Just under 4 to go in this fourth quarter. Here's McKee. Mutombo. Mutombo cuts it to an 89-84 Laker lead. And Phil Jackson wants to talk it over.
And look where Larry Brown is at half court, high-fiving his team. His team hitting themselves on the chest. They will not go away. Another forced turnover. Eric Snow misses a layup, but they do not quit on the play. Aaron McKee lays it in, and Mutombo, realizing Shaq has 5 fouls, goes right at him. Another offensive rebound. Snow sticks that one back in the basket. And this time, Dikembe does get the shot to go. Shaq has got to be very careful. A 5-point game, 3:35 to go. Larry Brown knows his team has heart. He says, come on, guys, let's push this to a 2-0 lead.
years, we've gathered some of the brightest stars in insurance and investments, plus some of the brightest stars in securities brokerage and financial services. And we put them all together into one extraordinary company. Today, that company has a proud new name, Prudential Financial, growing and protecting your wealth.
$1 billion. That's how much Oracle saved in 1 year using its own e-business software. How much will you save? Oracle. Software powers the internet.
Check it out.
The next generation Chrysler Town and Country.
You do that?
I saw you did. Let's get out of here.
With power sliding doors and liftgate with an obstacle detection system. Drive one and see why it's the best minivan ever. Now get a $2,000 cash allowance or 0.9% APR financing on Chrysler Town & Country.
In 4 days, finally, a great movie gets a truly great DVD. A new standard in DVD has been set. Castaway, June 12th, on the special edition 2-disc set.
Now, I know you're engaged, but in our house, it's our rules. Good night.
Well, good night, sir.
Good night, Daddy.
All imported hops give Michelob Light a smooth, satisfying taste you won't find in an ordinary beer.
Scoot over.
You're such a nice boy.
Beer or Michelob Light?
America's Jennifer Capriati. Her incredible comeback continues as she goes for her second straight Grand Slam title. The French Open Women's Final, Saturday, 2 Eastern, NBC.
Kentucky Derby winner Monarcos, Preakness winner Point Given. They square off in the conclusion of the Visa Triple Crown. The Belmont Stakes, Saturday at 5 Eastern on NBC.
Shaquille O'Neal with 5 personal fouls back on the floor has to be very careful. An 11-3 run since Shaq was called for his 5th foul. The Lakers at one point led 86-73, and Doug, when we look back at these moments for the Los Angeles Lakers, the NBA Finals may well be on the line right here.
The pressure is right on them now. The Sixers with this run have put the pressure on the Lakers to score and to attack. And Larry Brown said to his team in that time, and he said, guys, the pressure's on them. Just keep your poise. Make them make a play.
No team in the history of the NBA Finals has lost its first 2 games at home and then come back to win the series. We are seeing degrees of panic by the Lakers here in this 4th quarter.
Mutombo has 3 fouls. That means he has 2 fouls to take on Shaq if they throw the ball inside to him. So he cannot let him lay the ball in the basket or dunk it. He has to take a foul.
Shot clock at 10. Neal back for Shaw from downtown. McKee thought he was fouled. He was grabbed by Fox, but the Sixers with the ball. Trailing by 5. Iverson is tripped, and he'll head to the line.
You see why it's important to get into penalty? The Lakers started fouling early in the quarter, and it's really hurt them. So what you do now is when you guard Iverson, he's going to throw himself in there, and he's going to create contact and get to that foul line. You've got to have fouls to waste at this stage of the game, and the Lakers have none.
Iverson 0 for 2, though, at the line. He's been way off. Usually a solid free throw shooter, 81% during the regular season.
He's really excited right now. He's got to calm himself down. He feels his team making a run. He's just got to take a deep breath, and that's not going to happen. He's missed 4 free throws. Remember, Mutombo missed a couple the other night, so free throw shooting really starting to take its toll.
The steal, and then Bell lost it.
Boy, they're overplaying everything. Look at the pressure defense. The great steal by Bell, but he steps on the line right there. See referee Ronnie Nunn right on top of that play. But Marvin, you talked about panic setting in, and who does Phil Jackson turn to? Ron Harper coming in and stabilizing. Now here's a guy who has not played much, but Phil has such great confidence in him. Can he help them get home this last 3 minutes to even this series?
Lakers going with Harper for 5 minutes in the first half to go up against Aaron McKee. O'Neal rebounded by Mutombo. That was close to a foul.
That was very close to a foul.
Against Shaquille O'Neal.
Imagine, had Iverson made those 2 free throws, they would have the ball right now with a chance to tie.
Iverson played by Harper. Snow from Mutombo. Good camping Mutombo with 16, and the Sixers are within 3.
This is amazing.
They're on their feet here at Staples as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Fischer for 3. Yes.
Question I have is, you double team, why not maybe take the foul there? I don't want to say that the Sixers are wrong by trying to get it out of Shaq's hand, but maybe you got to make him make a free throw. The dribble penetration, and Mutombo lays the ball in the basket, and then the Sixers go down, they double team. Iverson goes down, he's too small to double team, and Fischer once again a wide open look. Those are the kind of shots he got against San Antonio. What a big shot.
It's always special when you bring your first one home. Chrysler Voyager. Re-engineered and redesigned with dual sliding doors and over 45 standard safety and security features. It's the most affordable minivan you can buy. Now get a $2,000 cash allowance or 0.9% APR financing on Chrysler Voyager.
It's not where you come from. It's where you're going. It's not what you drive. It's what drives you. It's not what's on you. It's what's in you. Gatorade. Is it in you?
The Canon Rebel 2000. When circumstances change, you'll know how to turn a snapshot into a photograph. It's that simple.
Now that's creative.
The Rebel 2000 from Canon.
Introducing new Armor All Protectant Wipes. Armor All Shine and Protection now in a wipe.
This company invested millions developing a sure thing. Unfortunately, it was not such a sure thing. Over 3 very long nights, the software helped them to analyze sales and customer feedback to quickly re-engineer the sure thing. The software is not flustered by this sudden turn of events because the software does not fear change. Always nimble and ready to rumble. Enterprise software from Microsoft.
You've never seen hidden cameras do this.
That's my car!
You've never seen revenge this outrageous. It's new. It's different. It's Spy TV. NBC Thursday in 2 weeks.
Just a moment ago, Derek Fischer halted a 76er 13-3 run by hitting from downtown. You see the Lakers have picked it up with a three-point shot after hitting one of their first 10 from beyond the three-point line, and the 76ers have just killed themselves at the foul line.
Yes, they have. You see they've gotten there 14 times. They got there early. They got into penalty, only 10 the first 3 quarters. They've missed 8, and for the game, Roger Bell and Iverson are combined 2 of 10.
Lakers by 6, 2 minutes remaining in the fourth. Iverson from Mutombo. McKee. Iverson. And it's deflected out by the Lakers. Some last instant decisions by Iverson with his passing, and the 76ers now with 7 on the 24. And a 20-second timeout is taken by Larry Brown with 1:49 remaining in the fourth. Lakers by 6. We'll be right back.
All right.
There it is!
I see it!
Get it! Get the cocktail sauce!
Crazy about seafood? Then try one of Red Lobster's favorite creations. Lobster, scallops, and shrimp. Broiled Maine lobster tail, jumbo sea scallops, and fried shrimp. Now with a complimentary shrimp cocktail.
Hey! Say something for me!
Red Lobster. Go overboard.
The Los Angeles Lakers desperately try to tie the series at 1 as they head back to Philadelphia for Game 3 on Sunday night. Game 4 in Philadelphia next Wednesday night. 7 on the shot clock. Lakers have 1:20 remaining. Sixers 2 timeouts left. Here's Roger Bell. Eric Snow. Rebounded by Brian Shaw.
Now, if Shaq touches the ball, you got to foul him. You got to put him on the line right now. Let's see if the Lakers even throw it to him right now.
Keel just 4 of 10 at the foul line. They're using clock here down to 5 on the 24. 1:20 to go in the fourth. Harper with a big bucket.
Now you see why Phil Jackson trusts him. He puts him in at the most critical stage. Kobe trusts him. His teammates trust him. That might be the basket to finish the Sixers off tonight.
Iverson from downtown.
They will not go away.
94-89 Lakers. Here's pressure by the 76ers. And again, the Lakers will try to hold for, well, a foul is given. Larry Brown looking to put the Lakers at the line to stop the clock. We're down to 1:03 remaining in the fourth.
Kobe does a nice job out of the double team, finding Ron Harper, whose man had left to double team, and he knocks in the little shot, and then Iverson comes right back. It looks like the Sixers have no chance to win the game, and he comes right back and buries a 3, so an 8-point lead goes right down to 5. And once again, the pressure goes to Ron Harper in that free throw line.
Ron Harper has not spent much time at the foul line after coming back from that arthroscopic knee surgery during the regular season, a 71% free throw shooter. The Lakers up by 5 with 1:03 to go in the fourth. And Harper hits 1 out of 2. He has 5 points. 6-point Los Angeles lead. Trouble out to help to set the pick. Iverson to the reverse. And Fischer in possession. 76ers must foul. And now to play it out. Larry Brown says let them play the possession with 11 remaining on the 24.
Mark, the Lakers are going to win. Do you think the Sixers have gotten their attention here? I mean, they were on the ropes until Fischer hits that big 3 to push it to 6. What a gutty effort by the Sixers. The Lakers a big win. We'll go back to Philly 1-1. And the First Union Center is going to be crazy on Sunday night.
Lakers now lead 97-89 with 20 seconds remaining. Well, the Lakers did not want to foul Bryant, trying to deflect the ball. Picks up number 4, so that stops the clock. And the 76ers back to the line. Aaron McKee will shoot 2. The 76ers coming away with the improbable overtime win. Here on Wednesday night, the Lakers' first loss in 67 days. And they provided a handful here tonight for the Lakers.
Well, they pushed him right to the brink, Marv. They had him getting very passive on offense. They turned the basketball. Look at Iverson and Kobe talking to each other right now. A lot of talking going on there right now. I think you're going to see the referee step in and separate the 2 players. A lot of emotion and passion.
Little exchange of trash talking, and Allen Iverson was telling the official Ronnie Nunn, Kobe Bryant started it.
Boy, the free throw shooting for the Sixers in the fourth period was just woeful. When they look back on a chance to steal this game, they're going to look at that foul line and just shake their heads.
And the foul is called on Snow, so the Lakers headed back to the line. A reminder, following the game on most of these NBC stations, your local news, and then the Tonight Show with Jay Leno, followed by our post-game special on CNBC. That'll be immediately following our telecast. Our entire crew will be on hand. We'll have highlights. We'll look at on some live press conferences. We'll hear from both coaches, Phil Jackson and Larry Brown. Hear from players. We'll look back at tonight's game. That's the post-game special on CNBC.
Mark, you look at it tonight, a brilliant game by Shaquille O'Neal, a terrific bounce-back game by Kobe Bryant and by Derek Fischer. You look at the free throws missed by Philadelphia and say, how are they even this close? I mean, it's amazing. It comes back to their heart and their courage and their competitiveness. And remember now, the next 3 games are in Philadelphia. So they have that 3-game little segment there at home in the 2-3-2 format. But Marv, you know, no home team has ever won all 3 of those games. So they're probably going to have to come back and try to win another game here in the Staples Center. But the effort they gave tonight was terrific. It really was.
Once again, they just would not go away. Allen Iverson finished 10 of 29. Not one of his stronger performances, coming off the 48 points in game 1. 23 for Iverson. Shaq with 28 points, 19 rebounds, 8 blocked shots, 9 assists.
Well, Kobe and Fischer, 45 points tonight, only 15 in game 1. 30-point differential there with those 2 guys. Shaq was brilliant. Great stretches of defense. We got a 1-1 series, Marv. I can't wait to get back to Philly.
Kobe Bryant finishes with 31, but Larry Brown very satisfied. You can see just watch his reaction as he greets his players. Very happy with the performance with the 76ers. Hanging around, and they lose by the score of 98-89. So this series is even at 1, and it picks up in Philadelphia on Sunday night. Game 3 Sunday, game 4 in Philly next Wednesday night. Let's go over to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Marv. Here with Kobe and Shaq. Kobe, let's start with you. What happened, first of all, with Allen Iverson right there at the end of the game?
Oh, no, it's friendly conversation, that's all. 2 competitors talking.
Didn't look too friendly.
Boy, in the heat of the battle, nothing's friendly.
Kobe, let me ask you, you guys built up the big lead, and the 76ers just would not go away. You said you liked the challenge, but did you get concerned down the stretch?
No, you know, they kept on coming. But we got away from our execution. We didn't do the things that got us to that point, and we just had to regroup and execute our offense.
Did your game the other night in game 1 fuel what you did tonight to bounce back?
No, I wasn't thinking about game 1 at all. I just wanted to come back, play hard, you know, try to help my team in any way possible, and I was able to do some positive things tonight.
Last thought, Kobe, what about going back to Philadelphia, your old home?
I don't really care. You know, I just want to go down there and play and, you know, try to do what it takes to win the ball game.
All right, Kobe, congratulations. We look forward to seeing you in Philadelphia. Shaq, phenomenal game for you tonight. What did this loss in game 1 do to this team?
I think it just, you know, woke us up a little bit. You know, we had 10 days off. Some of the guys were kind of rusty. And, you know, we don't want it easy anyway. So, you know, we let one slip away. We did what we had to do tonight. Now we got to go down there and win 1, 2, or 3. And that was 1 apiece. The first team to win 4 is going to be the world champs.
Were you concerned that you had to play much of the fourth quarter with 5 fouls?
No, I'm going to just go out and play hard. A lot of those calls were questionable, like they always are. But, you know, we just had to, you know, come out, keep playing with a lot of enthusiasm. We did that. And, you know, we won the game tonight.
Were you surprised that the 76ers just don't go away, that they keep coming back time after time in a game seemingly against San Antonio and Sacramento? When you put them away, they go away, but the Sixers won't?
Well, they're a very feisty team. You know, they shoot the ball well. They're playing at a high level. And we know in Philly they're going to be playing at an even higher level. But we play well on the road, so we'll be fine.
Shaq, congratulations. Great job on the block shots, tying the record. All right, Marv, back to you.
Thank you, Jim. So these two clubs split the 2 games in the regular season. They've split the first 2 of the NBA Finals series as the scene will shift to the First Union Center in Philadelphia on Sunday night. Back with more from Los Angeles in a moment.